So guys,
hello.
I'm Audrey. Hello. This has nothing to do with the world. I'm actually allergic to the sun, so I wear it outside. This actually works for graffiti in New York. You know why? In New York City, they have to catch you actually in the act, or they have to have irrefutable photographic evidence. They're not supposed to come knock on your door because they recognize your tag. If they do, you're stupid if you let them in. So, the word in graffiti here and around the world really is no face, no case.
Exactly.
I don't know if you guys realize, obviously you realize you're in Brooklyn, right? They'll tell you on the map we're in Williamsburg. Technically, yes, we've never called it that. Industrial Bushwick. Bushwick is coming from a Dutch word, the Dutch being the first Europeans to settle here. Notice I said first Europeans, not first people. And they named everything. Bushwick just roughly translates to place with hills and trees. So the first thing the Dutch do is chop down the trees. And this becomes Dutch farmland. Then we don't get another major wave of immigration to the right, around the 1860s. And we're going to walk up to the top. We talk about them because they build the neighborhood. So in this part of Brooklyn, all the red brick factories are built primarily by Germans coming from Munich, Bavaria, because they're beer breweries. At one point, they were brewing more beer here than anywhere in the world outside Germany. So they called the neighborhood Brewers Row. Now you guys, some of you have gotten to the part in school where you've heard about Prohibition. 1920, if you can't sell your product for 13 years, you're going to go out of business. They do. I don't know if you guys realize, by 1950, Bushwick is one of the largest Italian neighborhoods in the world outside of Italy. Then right around the mid-60s, that's when you start to get the heavy influence coming from Puerto Rico. In fact, walk just a couple blocks in that direction and you're going to hit pure mayhem because it's the parade. Yeah, Knickerbocker is going to be insane this afternoon. I was there this morning. It's already
right?
crazy. It would be insane.
Insane. Like twice.
The dudes who are getting out the Schwinns, you know, they got, oh my God, they have like, oh dude, I had a Stingray when I was a kid, and I got you those, and I still want a banana seed Stingray today. That's love it. So, as far as what's around us today, primarily food. Right up here on the right is Feta, you know, the Chinese bakery chain that locations all over the city.
Oh, yeah,
Up here on the
that's great.
left, where we're headed to look at the arts. At one point, that was the office of bottling for one of the larger breweries in the world. Now it's one of our country's largest dumpling and noodle factories. I'm gonna guess you've heard of Panda Express.
Yes.
Yeah.
They make all the noodles nationwide for Panda Express. They get flour twice a day. Trucks look like oil tankers. 6 days a week, probably flour.
Oil tankers. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's continue our tour.
So if you've ever been over into this neighborhood, you know that it's mainly food processing. A lot of things being made over here.
A lot of things are made from here.
So as far as art on walls in New York, it's up to the individual building owner. In the city of New York, that's who decides if you can paint on their wall. The city itself only has a say if they own the property like a school or if it's landmarked. So the city cannot tell you what you can and cannot paint if you're on private property. Landmark doesn't mean you can't paint, but the hardest part is finding that one artist that's willing to have every detail of what they're going to do approved by a committee. The reality is, most of the stuff you see on the walls around you, you're picking up the first can somewhere between the ages of 9 and 14. And not because people are telling you what to do. I always say you know public art when you see it. You're the heroes of the neighborhood and the school kids that help me paint it. Most of the art in New York is coming from either building owner permission or it's 100% illegal. So the other common misconception that so many people have is that street art and graffiti are the same thing, and they're not. They've coexisted throughout history, but they're not the same thing. Have any of you guys ever seen photos of the graffiti they find in ancient Rome? Oh, it's hilarious. There's nothing we say today they didn't say in Latin.
Oh, nice.
They recently unearthed a graveyard. 2,000 years ago, someone had marked on the gravestones, I peed here. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say we all know someone that would do that today. Yeah. It may be one of the adults in this group, just saying. I I'm not beyond that. I'm not going to do it on a gravestone, but who knows? Give me a can of paint, who knows what's going to happen. So why then is graffiti such a massive part of pop culture all over the world? Do you guys know a lot of that has to do with this city? New York, 100%. Between 1968 and 1981, 70% of all the housing in the South Bronx burns to the ground. 70%. It was an insurance scandal. Landlords being told, make the buildings livable. They went a different route. They hired kids your age to burn them down. And for over 10 years, not only did they collect insurance money, but not one single landlord ever got in trouble. Not one was ever brought up on charges. The average lifespan for young boys in some of those neighborhoods could be 14 to 16 years old. And we think violence, not just violence. During that time period, asthma was epidemic in the Bronx, because if it's all burning, you're gonna have a lot of health issues. So, kids your age, you're not stupid. If you're living in a neighborhood where there are 40 fires a day and you've never met a fireman in your life, you kind of get the idea that nobody cares if you're dead or alive, right?
Yes.
So as a New Yorker, what would it have felt like to stand there and see your name go by on a train? Because we all know everybody in New York sees the trains.
Yeah.
You cannot grow up in this city and never see a train. What would it have felt like to see your name going by? Knowing all those people can no longer pretend you don't exist. So our first guys.
Hey everybody, we had a really great time at the art thing. Where they all show those arts. Oh, and there's Iron Man right behind the background. And these, this is my shirt that I designed. These are like water paint spray. So we had a great time. And let's say happy birthday to Ariel one more time. Yeah, we had a great time. So thanks for Auntie Samia. She made this absolutely wonderful trip. And there was this guy. He showed one of those friends from Monster Jam, one of those mechanics. I'll show you the picture right now. So as you see, that's Adam Ariston's pit crew team. So we're about to go home. So finally, Ariel is finally a teenager now. She's over there. Okay, so thanks for everybody watching this video. If you like this video, give us a smash the like button. And if you like this video, make sure to give us a smash the like button for all the viewers out there, and get this and thumbs above for the shirt, and thank for Auntie Samia for driving us all the way here to Brooklyn. So I'll see you later, but I just want to keep filming.